Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Magic. That day, Incheon Airport was not just an ordinary departure point. Behind the camera flashes and the cheers of thousands of fans, there was a small moment that shook the hearts of ARMY all around the world. Jungkook, the golden magne, showed a completely different reaction when touched by two of his closest people, Jimin and Jikook. The question is, why did only Jimin receive such a special response? Was it just a coincidence, or is there a deeper secret behind those glances and the holding of hands? Once again, Incheon Airport turned into a grand stage filled with cheers, flashing cameras, and the pounding hearts of thousands of fans. For the public, it might have been nothing more than the regular departure of two global stars, Jungkook and Jikook, heading out for their international schedules. But for ARMY, especially Jikook fans, the airport became a secret room where tiny details unfolded and sparked endless curiosity. As always, BTS's appearance in public brought chaos and excitement. Dozens of media cameras and hundreds of fansite lenses lined up neatly, ready to capture their every move. The air was filled with shouts and chants of the members' names, intensifying the atmosphere. Yet in the middle of the blinding flashes and deafening cheers, one tiny detail stole all the attention. It wasn't just Jungkook's Calvin Klein outfit, which, of course, reinforced his image as a global star with irresistible charisma, but a simple interaction, a small gesture loaded with meaning. The cameras captured a clear difference in Jungkook's reaction when touched by two people very close to him, Jimin and Jikook. A few months ago, a video from BTS's airport departure suddenly went viral. In the middle of the fans' crowd and flashing cameras, Jimin naturally reached for Jungkook's hand. No hesitation, no pause, just a spontaneous move that felt so natural. What surprised fans wasn't Jimin's action itself, but how Jungkook responded. Instead of pulling away or showing signs of awkwardness, Jungkook seemed comfortable. His face remained calm, his body relaxed, and for a brief moment, their fingers appeared to intertwine. It wasn't just a handhold, it was an intimate snapshot that made fans' hearts race. Fans who replayed the video over and over again felt like they had uncovered a secret language between the two. Many believed that the handhold was a symbol of deep comfort, something that could only exist between two people who truly trust, understand, and share a bond beyond work. Now, in the same place, under almost identical circumstances, a very different moment occurred. Jikook, always energetic, warm, and close to all the members, was seen trying to grab Jungkook's hand. But this time, the magne's reaction was different. Jungkook gave a subtle signal to avoid it. Not harsh, not an outright rejection, but clear enough to notice. He moved his hand slightly, as if wordlessly saying he didn't want the interaction to continue. This difference was quickly caught by the sharp eyes of fans. Within minutes, the video spread across social media. One Twitter fandom account posted a comment that instantly went viral. It's as if Jungkook is saying, "This hand is only for Jimin to hold." That simple line spread fast, sparking long discussions in forums, group chats, and fandom articles analyzing the meaning behind that small gesture. Coincidence or secret language? For some, maybe it was just coincidence. Everyone has different boundaries with physical touch, especially in stressful public spaces. But for ARMY, who have followed BTS's journey for over a decade, small details like this are never trivial. The big question echoed in many fans' minds. Why is Jungkook calm, even happy, with Jimin, but avoids Hobi? Especially since Jikook is no stranger to Jungkook. They've been like brothers for years. Hobi is loving, supportive, and often expresses warmth through skinship. So why is Jimin the only one given this special treatment? Another striking moment came not long after. As Jungkook walked in with his Calvin Klein outfit, a reporter casually mentioned Jimin's name. Normally, Jungkook would keep his head down to avoid the noise, but the moment Jimin's name was mentioned, everything changed. His face lit up, a smile appeared naturally, and his eyes sparkled warmly. No words were spoken, but that expression spoke volumes. He didn't even need to answer, one fansite wrote in their post. That smile already told us everything. ARMY, especially Jikook fans, are famous for their sharp eyes. From glances, to how they walk, to the distance between them, everything becomes a subject of analysis. And the pattern has become clearer, only with Jimin does Jungkook show a different side of himself. There are dozens of videos showing them searching for each other in crowds, exchanging small smiles, or simply standing closer than expected. Many describe these interactions as a secret language only they understand. Now, Jungkook's different reaction to Jikook at the airport seemed to be another puzzle piece strengthening the belief that there is something special, exclusive, and reserved only for Jimin in Jungkook's eyes. Fan speculations, jealousy, protective instinct, or only Jimin? It didn't take long before discussions exploded. Some argued that Jungkook simply doesn't like too much skinship in public, except with Jimin, who has long been his comfort zone. Others saw it as a sign of protectiveness, that there's a part of himself he only wants to share with Jimin. Jungkook is always different with Jimin, one international fan wrote. And the more you observe, the harder it is to deny that there's something more than friendship. Could it be that Jungkook wants to keep his relationship with Jimin exclusive? Or is it just fans' imagination reading too deeply into small gestures? One thing's for sure, every little detail like this excites the fandom. Jikook's story is not just about two idols, it's about how intimacy, warmth, and maybe even love can shine through under the brightest spotlight. Jungkook with his captivating aura, J-Hope with his sincere energy, a reporter with a simple question, and Jimin with his very name that can bring out a smile, all these elements came together into a narrative that never stops being talked about. For ordinary people, perhaps these gestures mean nothing. But for ARMY, especially Jikook fans, they are part of a long story that grows clearer each day. Jimin holds a place in Jungkook's heart that no one else can replace. Is it love? Friendship? Or something deeper and harder to put into words? No one knows for sure. But one thing is undeniable, that hand, that smile, those small reactions, they all whisper softly, only for Jimin. Every tiny moment opens a new chapter in the Jikook story. From handholding, fleeting smiles, to unexplainable glances, all hold meanings that keep us wondering. Is there really a secret language between them? Or is it simply ARMY's deep love interpreting the signs? One thing remains unquestionable, Jungkook always looks different when he's with Jimin. Thank you for watching Jikook Magic today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next Jikook moment analysis. See you in the next video, and remember, this story isn't over yet.